Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. This is the week of January the 16th. Thank you all for tuning in. With me here, I'm Ivan, and with me here today is.
Skylar. Hello.
Moving right along to the card of the day.
Yes, please.
There's a card called Inner Demon from Battle Bond. It is a 2BB enchantment aura that enchants a creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and flying, and is a demon in addition to its other types. When Inner Demon enters the battlefield, all non-demon creatures get -2/-2 until end turn. Your thoughts?
This card is sick.
Seems fucking
Absolutely
ripped
bonkers in limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as it seems though, because it's a multiplayer format.
Oh,
Two-headed
so
giant.
when you draft it, it's like, yeah, but then you can also, like, you and your buddy can build decks with a bunch of demons in it, and then it's just like, just board wipe all your, like, chump blockers and...
Oh, non-demon. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh.
Right, so if there's a couple other demons in the set that you and your buddy have picked up, like...
Interesting.
If you both ended up drafting a copy, like, I don't know, I could see this card going, like, to the moon.
Yeah.
Just so much value.
Very fun, like, high synergy card, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It
Are there
does-
other demons? Oh, there's.
It
some
does
mythic.
kind of suck though, right? Because if your opponent goes like removal spell in response, you don't get the
Oh yeah, that's kind of fucked.
you don't get the board wipe.
You get blown the fuck out.
Yeah.
Man.
I just think this is a really extremely cool and like altogether like balanced card, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's good and limited, but it's not like fucking unbeatable.
Not fucking buck wild
Yeah.
bonkers. There are no other demons in the set other than the mythic.
What?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah. You can't build demon tribal, but you can plan around it.
Yeah.
Because you know it's in there. I guess Evil Twin is technically a demon sometimes.
Oh, because it's a shapeshifter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, if it copies a demon, then it's a demon.
But the only other demon to copy is the mythic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe nobody else is drafting black, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know, it seems like a fun limited card at the very least.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Lay also giving flying and making the thing, it's cool. It's cool, not gonna lie. Also, you can inner demon one of your things, and then inner demon another, and then your teammate inner demon something, and then both of those things are demons now.
Yeah.
And everything else gets -4/-4.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. But then you're both playing black, so
You're both playing a double black spell.
yeah, that's kind of. I don't know. Seems cool though.
Yeah, seems cool as fuck.
You can also inner demon your friend's shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was
The card of the day.
card of the day. Yeah.
The card of the day.
Want to move
It's kind of
on?
illiterate.
Well, no, just because it was fast, relatively speaking, to our normal card of the days.
Yeah, which is weird. Oh, you know what it is? This is probably the most interesting card we've had, which means we don't need to, like, pad out the runtime of the segment. We don't need to be like...
It's also...
Okay, let's look at 3 other cards that are this card but more interesting.
Well, yeah. But it's also that it's a really unique card, and it's not part of a cycle. Because if it's part of a cycle, we have 5 minutes every time.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Just explaining what the cards in the cycle are.
Yep.
Anyways, where were we? Oh, yeah.
Card of the day. Weekly work.
Weekly work.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Yeah. You got any work stories to let us know about?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so yesterday, UTH.
Mm-hmm.
There's this guy.
Yeah.
He's betting big money, right?
Big money.
Big money.
Big
he was,
money.
He was on
no whammies.
He's on UTH1 earlier, betting greens. The last table of the night, it's like 3 in the morning, and he has worked his way up to purples.
Ooh.
and he wants as many as he can get. So, of course, what does he do after every hand? Well, he'll color up his blacks into purple. But he's got a 4-bet. So what does he do with that purple I just gave him? Well, he, of course, checks it right back into 5 black. Goes to 4-bet. Wins, because he'll just 4-bet anything and win every time.
Yeah.
And then colors up.
Yep. And then,
of course, the next hand, it's a Jack 7 unsuited.
Yeah.
Well, you have to 4-bet that.
Yeah.
You have to go all in on that.
Yeah. There's straight potential in there.
Hey, I need 5 blacks.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, I am doing everything I can to stop this guy from performing this maneuver.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he goes to, like, play greens. He, like, brings it. He's got 50 on the ante and 25 on the blind, and he needs more greens. So I'm like, okay, I'll just give him a stack of 20 green chips, and then he can just play greens.
Yeah.
And then he looks at his bet, puts 50 on the ante and 75 on the blind. And then, because he tipped me a green chip, he tipped me a green chip. He now is 1 green chip off from being able to 4-bet. So he's got to check in some purple. And I get to the point where he hands me a stack of 10 black, and I push it back to him.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, man. You're gonna need that for 4-betting. And he's like, okay. And then the next hand comes around. Color me up, please. I'm like, nah, trust me. You're gonna need that for your 4-bet. No, I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Color in. Color up 2 purple. Checks in. Check change 500.
Nah, I mean, at that point, if he's like, no, I won't, and then he, like, gives me the purple back, then, so, one, he's tipping you. Great guy, right? Like,
Yeah,
can't be a better
At the end
person.
of the night, he took me a black chip.
Dude, that's actually sick, right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Top tier guest. Anyone who tips.
He was also making the other 2 people who were on the table just, like, not aggravated, but they were annoyed.
Yeah.
Especially when it got down to, like,
But
3:20.
Yeah.
And we only had 10 minutes on the table, and he was still pulling this shit. And they were being like, come on, we give us some extra time, because this fuck is wasting all of it.
Yeah. When the black got chipped, and then you're like, you're gonna need that to 4-bet.
Yeah.
And then, like, he comes back that hand and, like, puts the purple out. Just go, like, thought you didn't need that. You, like, you're gonna make me color this down? Like,
I mean, we basically did.
yeah.
Like, it got to the point where even was like, okay, yeah, color up 2 purple. He's gonna check it back right in.
Yeah.
And he does. Every hand. And it's just, oh my god, dude, I don't. Oh, it's so awful. So annoying. I hate it.
You want to hear, like, find a funny story from me?
Yeah.
So I was at the table with this dude for, like, maybe 10 minutes.
Wow.
Can't remember.
Not very long.
I'm pretty sure he split aces somewhere in there.
Okay.
Which is gonna make sense deeper we get into the story.
Okay, sure.
So, we're
Keep
looking...
in mind, he split aces.
Okay. We are looking at the table, right? And this guy's, like, not doing great, right?
Mm.
He's betting, like, lots of money. So, he's getting down pretty quick on blackjack. He gets 2 8s. And then, like, he's playing 2 hands. He gets 2 8s on one of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, hits it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Breaks, loses it, all that stuff. The guy on the other end of the table was like, yeah, you should split those, right? And then the guy says nothing back to him. And then we flip over, hands up, hands over, all this stuff. He bets the last of his money in on his last two hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flip over his first hand is a 16, and I got a 10 showing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He hits, breaks,
Mm-hmm.
and the money goes away. And his second hand, pair of aces. Doesn't have any money left.
Nope.
So, of course, what do? You pull out your wallet. No, I'm kidding. He hits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He goes from 2 to 12 to 22.
Oh, no.
So, in the lead up to this story, he's sitting there. He has the two aces on the table, and he pauses for a second. And the other dude on the other end that said the thing about the eights is like, "Oh, you should split those aces, man." Looks at the table for a second, and then he hits. He's like, "No, what are you doing? Split those." And then, you know, I take the card out and put it after I'm like hitting on aces, and he's like, "Yep."
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, put the 10 out there, and it's too late. And the guy's like, "No, you split those, dude." And then, you know, he hits again, money's gone. All of that's like fine and dandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We come around, a hand finishes up, and the guy's still sitting there, just like looking at the table, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's just lost, I don't know, like
His life savings.
$200 or something. $200 on that hand. And the other dude is like, "Why didn't you split those aces?" And the guy, dead ass, looks up at him and says, "I don't split cards." Gets up from the table and walks away.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh man, that is extremely funny.
And like, I'm just racking my mind for a second. Like, I feel like he split before.
You had to have.
There's no way.
There's no way that's true.
There's no way that man ever, like, he never splits any cards?
No way.
You gotta be kidding. Does he just hate money? Was he here to lose it all?
He was just too embarrassed. He was too embarrassed that he didn't take out $10 and split those aces.
Well, $200, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's just like, it's like, jeez, man. Gotta be kidding me. Reminds me of another story about splitting aces.
Okay. Go for
Dude is playing heavy black action.
it. Oh, yeah.
Anytime he wins a big hand, anytime he wins a side bet, he's got 50 on the side bet, of course.
Yeah.
He's giving me green.
Yeah.
So, of course, this is the best table of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going as fast as I humanly possibly can. Get as much, you know, maybe someone on a swing taps me out, and I don't want them getting the tokes, right? So I'm going as fast as I possibly can to try and get this guy some money, you know? It comes down to, like, he has, like, 1,500 in blacks. I don't know why he kept that. He was doing the thing where he was like, "Hey, you give me a purple?" "Yeah, sure." And then he's like, "Cool. Give me 5 blacks?"
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I mean, like, whatever.
They just like feeling the purple chips.
Yeah.
They don't like having them, clearly. Clearly, they hate having them. But they do like how they feel.
It wasn't quite that bad. It was like every couple of hands would be like, "Give me a purple, give me a purple," and then, you know, like, run out of blacks, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna color down this $2,000," and it's like, okay, yeah. At one point, I was like, "Why don't you just play it?" And he just started playing the purples. So,
Oh,
to be fair, he was playing like 400 anyways. Like,
Quick aside. I hate people that play $20 on PH. It's so many chips. It's so many chips. You need so many chips for this bet.
20. You basically need a full stack of reds every hand.
Every hand, and it's like, why not just play greens? Why are you making us do this?
Yeah, they want to lose They don't want to lose that extra 5, you know.
Of course.
Or they're the type of people that, or they're the type of people that want you to lose all your reds. One of those.
Yeah.
Anyways, we get we get down to he has 600 or something. Or no. He must have like 800. And he gets aces with 300 out there, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you got to split that.
Yeah.
14 and aces.
Whoa.
He's on third base. Table grinds to a halt. Sitting there, like, I can't split these. I don't have any money left. I only got these $200. Definitely sure you're not supposed to do this. Guy on like slot 4 is like, man, you really need to split those.
Yeah.
Obviously, draw. And man, you really need to split those. And the guy's like, I don't have any money. I can't split them.
I literally can't.
Yeah, and the guy's like, no, man, you like. There is no world in which you can't split those aces. If you split those aces, I'm gonna like die. And then the guy's like, that's all. Yeah, if you don't split those aces. Yeah. And the guy's like, well, that's all fine and dandy, but I don't have any fucking money. I just said that. And the guy's like, nah, man, I'll split them with you. And then ships him 4 green.
Oh, God.
And of course, I want this dude to win.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna just. I was like, oh, what's it over there? It's,
Yeah.
And then, puts the 4 green. Definitely not conspicuous for the person who has no green.
Yeah.
On the 200, puts him out there. Splits him.
507.
16? Nope.
Oh.
16 and aces.
Oh my God.
He's like, why does this keep happening to me? I can't get a single 21 and I just keep getting aces.
Yep.
And the dude's like, don't worry. Split him again.
It just hands him $300?
Yeah, to be fair, he just bought in for like 500 in green.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm willing to take that bet for you. Split the aces. 21-21, dealer breaks.
Yeah! Let's go! That's a feel-good story. That's the feel-good story of the year right there.
Yeah. I got tipped $25 for that.
Those bastards.
I mean, what the fuck ever, man. I got tipped $25 for that singular hand. I also got tipped total probably like $500 on that table.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty good.
That dude was giving 25s on like blackjacks. Or like fucking...
Just give you $25 chips for any reason.
Like they were going out of style.
He would like double down on an 11, get like a 21, and then give me 25. Like, man,
sick.
I was willing to deal anything to this man.
Yeah. All right. Time to bring that positivity right down. That was Spanish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Already bad.
Wait, $5 or $10?
$10.
Hey, not that bad. It could have been worse.
You'd think, but no. This motherfucker's playing 3 hands, table max.
Yeah.
So, just this human being.
Yeah.
The first thing that sets me off is like, he's like, hey, ask your floor for a tray. And I'm like, I mean, wait, why? He's like, because they'll hate it. I think he's like fucking with me.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just like, no, dude. So he calls the floor over and is like, hey, give me a tray. And the floor's like, yeah, okay. Oh, I'll get... actually, the floor was like, looks over and is like, oh, hey, you need a tray? And he's like, yeah, I need a tray. And the floor was like, yeah, okay, I'll get that right for you.
Yeah.
I know the purple chips are a lot easier to handle when you have the tray. Because he actually has, like, 2 stacks of purple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so much fucking money.
Yes. And he spends most of the table just bragging to this other dude who's playing, like, $10 a hand how much money exists just in those purple chips.
Yeah.
It's just, like, the total amount of money he has lost and won and bought in for.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just, like, actually throw money away, like double on a hard 15. Like, he sees the other guy double on a hard 12, and he's like, time to get aggressive. Double hard 12, double hard 15, double 7. just like actually throwing money away.
I've had people double hard 15s too.
Oh, sure, right?
Also,
But
I've
with
had people
$500?
No,
Yeah.
I've not had people literally like take a $500 chip and then be like, "This is how much you make in a day," and then eat it.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he was doing. So, great human being, obviously. This climaxes when he has an ace and a deuce,
Yeah.
right? So he doubles,
Mm-hmm.
gets another ace. He doubles, but in Spanish, if you're at 500 and you go to double, right? Normally you'd have to put up twice what you've got up there, but since 500 is the max, you can only bet another 500 to double.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he puts up another purple chip, doubles, receives another ace,
5 or 15, yeah.
then, or it must have been a 2, because I know he ended in 13.
Yeah.
So it gets like an ace or a 2, and then triple doubles to end with 13 against my face.
Nice.
And he's like, alright, yeah, I'll hit. And I'm like,
You can't.
Nope. You got 2 options. You can stay, or you can rescue for $500 back. Because when you rescue a multiple double downs, so Spanish has the system, right? You can double, but you can also rescue your double, and what would normally be get half of your money back.
Yeah.
But it's actually the most recent. You just get the most recent double you get back.
Yeah.
So he's got $2,000 out there, and he can only rescue and get $500 back.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I don't want to hit, or I don't want to stay, and I don't want to rescue. I want another card."
And you're like, okay, well, the rules say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Pick one.
And he's like, "No, you're gonna get the cameras over here because that's not how this works." And I'm like, "Floor."
Yeah.
Floor comes over. What's the problem? He wants to hit and explains the rules.
Yeah.
Spanish 21. And he's like, "You're not gonna make me stay on a 13 against a face." And the floor's like, I'm sorry. That's just how
And then the
situation
floor's like,
comes out.
well, no, I'm not. You can also rescue your back.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, "I don't want to rescue. I want to hit. I want another card." And he makes that floor call over the pit. So
Yeah.
the pit comes over and is like, "Hey, what's the problem?" And the dude's like, "I want another card." And the pit explains the rules of Spanish 21.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the pit's like, "I'm really sorry. It's just how this worked out this time, you know. It could have been, you could have gotten to 21 and it would have been incredible.
Yeah.
But it's just not how it worked out this time.
Yeah.
You could rescue. I don't want to rescue, and I don't want to stay. You're not going to make me stay on a 13 against a face." And the pit was just like, "Yeah, because that's the rules of Spanish." But like in a much more, imagine that as a much more customer friendly way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he took it like, "No, you idiot. I'm not going to let you because I want you to lose all your money."
Yeah.
Because he was pissed.
Yeah.
And then he became the Joker and was like, "Fine, I'll double anything. Fine. 13, double it. Yeah, fine. Buy bust, whatever. Fine. I want to take all your purple chips." Then like I have 20, so he loses all of his money.
Yeah.
And then the next hand he also loses that, and then it's just like picks all his chips and leaves. It's like,
I can't believe they wouldn't let me break the rules.
yeah. And apparently, he wanted PGA to explain the rules to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think both the floor and the pit had to write up an incident report.
Huh.
About what happened.
Wow.
Because baby needed his bottle and it was way past his bedtime.
Very true. I have a story on the $5 Spanish.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
I've got. Okay. I don't know what I have up, but it's probably a 10. I'm going to be the most generous I can be.
Yeah.
Or it's an ace. One of those two.
Oh, definitely.
Dude has 17. Goes like this. Or sorry, he does the hit motion. And I look at it and I go, hitting the 17? He's like, yes! And does the hit motion again. Like, okay, dude. 5. Right?
Yeah, obviously.
And then, like, maybe 30 minutes later, I've forgotten about this weird incident somehow. He's 17 again, and then he goes, like... And I'm like, you're hitting the 17? He's like, yeah, I'm hitting the 17. I'm like, you're sure you're hitting the 17? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the 17. And he keeps doing the motion, and I'm like... in my head. And I just take out a 10 and give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every time.
You know, I don't know. And then, like, I don't know what he was doing that he thought, like, this was going to be, like, positive EV or whatever. Like, just...
Yeah.
just,
I
like, hitting 17s.
I guess I
It was
shouldn't
wild.
say every time, because I watched it happen I actually watched it work out last night.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
I've had it work out on normal blackjack. It's for me to hit out the 21 anyways.
in
That
fact,
was really funny.
that was probably the funniest Spanish table I've dealt at, because
Yeah.
third base was just like, so start this off. First base cuts the deck and is like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna cut suiteds for everybody,"
Yeah.
and he's just right.
He's a god.
Like, I probably give like 4 suiteds to the dude in the middle.
Yeah.
Just like giving away money like it's going
Vomiting
out
the
of style.
suiteds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, third base, I only get like 1 match, and they're also like off and on, so they start playing their match more often, and then they're like, "You never give me any matches," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." Next hand, suited match.
Nice.
Head in hands. Of course they won. They like have won the last like 5 hands in a row.
Yeah.
Just like 17, hit, get the 3. I have 18 with the face showing. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, wow, just never didn't have it. It's like it's like wow, it's like actual card game god over here.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I actually had another really funny one at like Pit 3 where I'm on blackjack and like on the pie guy that used to be blackjack
Yeah.
and I'm like flipping cards and then the dude has a 17 against an ace. He's like, stay. I flip it over and I get like 18 and I take his money.
Yeah.
And then, you know, next time comes up again, 17 against an ace. Stay. Get out to like 19 or I have like an 8 under and it's a 19 and then loses his money. And he looks me in the eyes and he says, you know, every time I stay on a 17 against an ace, I lose. Basic strategy should be to hit your 17s against an ace. And immediately I was like, that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Lo and behold, a few hands later, got an ace up. He's got a 17. Hit. 10 loses.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It was very so we were like vibing and it was like a fun time with him until he said that to me.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm just like, I can't be like, no, that's the worst idea you've ever had to a player. So like
you should write your own book. Yeah.
That sounds like an awful thing.
We'll split 10s. You can hit on 17s. Oh man, you're gonna make millions.
Apparently, one of the other dealers in my craps class was talking about someone who told another player, yeah, you should always split 8s, aces, and 10s.
Time without fail.
Every time without fail.
I mean, you should always split every card if you want to have fun and hate money.
Oh, do you have people call doubles splits?
What do you mean? Oh, yes, all the time.
They
even give you the wrong signal.
So annoying.
Yeah, they even give you. They're like,
oh, 11? Let me split that.
yeah, split.
And you're like, what do you not? You want a double?
You're lucky that my brain can process information faster than it can come to the conclusion that you're an idiot. Because I know, my brain already knows, it sees that you have 11 and sees the chips out. It already knows you want to double. By the time I've processed that you said the dumbest thing quite possibly you could say at the table, other than I'm gonna split tens.
Yeah.
It's already happened. But you're lucky that that's the case. Because otherwise, I would have to stop the game and be like, what? I'm sorry, sir. You can't split two numbers that aren't equivalent.
Yeah. I want to split this 6 and this 5 to make 16 and 15.
Yeah, even if you could, it would be the worst.
Oh, man. Oh,
My favorite is when people like split 5s.
I like split.
Why?
Because you get more chance. Double.
That's really funny.
I guess I like it on free bet. I'd probably split 5s against like a 6.
You should always double.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Also, it's just really funny. Every time they like don't double or don't split, it's like another 5.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to split? And they look at me like I'm like an amoeba,
yeah.
like protozoan, like, what? Yeah, I'm sure I don't want us 5 to split.
Yeah. My favorite thing is when people go like, so here's the funny thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Person. Okay, so it's at like a $5 table. This is the only place that this flies.
Sure.
Person's got a 12 on third base.
Okay.
Dealer's got like a 2 up.
Uh-huh.
Person who has the 12, everyone's like, oh, do your own thing. There is no right answer.
Other than the right answer.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Anyways, and they're like, okay, I got it. I'm going to hit.
Yeah.
And they hit, and then it's 10. And then they lose.
Yeah.
And then, like, flip over, and the dealer's got, like, a 12.
Yeah.
And, like, I hit a 9.
Oh, yeah.
And then I get 21, and I take everybody's money.
Yeah.
But the thing that I like, and that I think's really funny, is
Yeah.
when someone goes like, oh, it didn't matter anyways. You got 21. Which is like, I mean, like technically it mattered, but also they did the right thing, and
It fucked them over.
and it fucked over the entire
The
table.
whole table. Oh man, I love it because sometimes I can see through the code and like look at and be able to tell what a person's thinking, because a person will like I'll be like, hey, 16, and I've got the face up.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm already going to the next person because I know that this person has stayed on every 16 or 15 that they've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And then they hit, and I'm like, oh. And they get a face, of course.
Yeah.
And then I can see them go, that I should never hit anything more than a 13.
Yeah.
Just like, no, you were so close. No, don't stop. You don't. And you're gone. It's
over.
yeah, it's over.
I find it very funny.
It's like, what was I thinking? Hitting a 16 against the face? Oh, stupid. It's like, no.
Flip over, you at 20 anyways.
Yeah.
Like...
Yes. Oh, yeah, it didn't matter.
But they've stopped paying attention.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
They've lost. They've already figured it
they're
out.
looking at the way. Oh man, I had this Did I tell you about the one that I didn't pay, or the one that they weren't gonna stay?
I don't like this rhymes. Please continue. No, definitely not.
Okay,
I
which
would
one
have
do you want to hear?
remembered it rhyming.
Which one do you want to? It's two different stories.
The one that didn't pay. Or the
Uh,
one you didn't pay.
the one that I
Which is
didn't
just
pay.
all that's running through my head is a parody of The One That Got Away by a female actor whose name I do not know.
Last name of the shoe. Dude has a 12. Hits out to 21. Bam. Perfect. Beautiful. It's what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Go through the rest of the table. Flip over. I either have a 20 or I hit out the 20. One of the two. I can't remember.
Sure.
Take everybody's money. Pay the guy on first base. Pick up all the cards. It's a new shoe, right?
Yeah.
Somebody buys in because this takes longer than me just flipping the shoes, right?
Okay.
Somebody buys in, and then I'm about to grab the new shoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's like, "You didn't pay me," and I had watched him while he was talking to somebody else pick up the 50 and put it in his stack of greens. Like, he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. And he's like, "You didn't pay me." And I'm like, "You're 21. And he's like, "I had a 21. And I was like, "Yeah." Or sorry, the first thing he says is, "I had a 21. And I was like, "Yes, yeah." "What?" And he's like, "You didn't pay me." And I'm like, I did. I paid you. Right? And then he's like, "No, you definitely didn't pay me. Because if you paid me, I would have taken that 50 and I would have put it on my other hand when it's not there, so..." And I'm like, call the floor over. I'm like, "Yeah. So we had one last hand." And he says, "I didn't pay him, but I'm pretty sure I paid him." And the floor is immediately like, "Oh, okay, I'll call surveillance. Let's see and see what they say."
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
then,
it's
like,
the right thing to do, but I
Yeah.
still, like,
I mean, especially since it's like actually money, like it's like actually $50.
yes. Yeah. It's not something
So-
the floor can just be like, yeah, give it to him.
Yeah. And then I just take the new shoe, do the new shoe, and then he's like, "Well, what happened to my money?" And I was like, "Don't worry, keep playing. In like a couple minutes, we'll know whether or not what happened."
Yeah.
All right. So we play literally one hand, fastest I've seen surveillance come back.
Damn.
Yeah. And then the floor comes over and they're like, "You paid him," and then walks away.
Wow.
Dude just goes like, "Oh, what? Okay. Guess I just forgot." And I was like, wow, it was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Especially for the floor to just be like, "Yeah, you paid him," and then like duck out. Like, I'm out.
They actually pull a ripcord and the parachute launches out from behind them and they get whisked away through the skylights.
Yeah.
And the last thing you ever hear from them is, "Yeah, you paid him."
It's like, oh, okay, cool. This is probably one of the easiest "oh, you did the wrong thing" dealer I've ever had to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same table, 30 minutes prior. This is the "I didn't stay." So, going to hands. That guy, going over there. Come back, flip over, hit out, right? Actually, I don't think I hit out yet.
Sure, you flip it over and then you hear.
I flip it over, and then the guy's like, whoa, what? But I didn't stay on that. And then I rewind the tape in my head. And he was talking to the waiter, but I was looking at his hand. And his hand did a sweeping motion over the chips because he was like talking with his hands, right?
Oh.
So he did a sweeping motion over the chips, which wasn't a stay, right? But it looks like it if you're just looking at the hand.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking at where his hand's going, just where it is. And then I'm immediately like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I've got like a 10, And then like I call the floor over, and the floor's just like, oh. I explained the situation of he was distracted. I thought he'd stay, and then he didn't. He's got a 6, right? Like, stays on a 6.
Oh no.
And then the floor goes like, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, you wanna hit that? And he's like, sure. Hits it. It's like a 5. Hits it. Like a 6, gets 17. Stays. I break out.
Oh. Nice.
I kind of left out a part of the story though. The guy was like furious at me that I had.
Oh.
He's like, "What the fuck are you done? No, I didn't." So like, what's going on?
Okay. This is a I shouldn't have to pay for your negligence sort of story.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" And then like immediately after I like break and pay everybody, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually my bad. This is a big my bad. I'm sorry. I should have been paying more attention."
Huh?
I wasn't thinking about it. And in my head, I'm playing like the rewind of that, and I'm like, 100%. If like I don't break there, I'm almost certain he just gets pissed.
Yeah, you're dead.
Right?
You're like a dead man.
Yeah. He's just like, I can't believe I lost because
Yeah. Oh, he's just the biggest child until you leave and then never have to deal with him again. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh god.
Anyways, that wasn't a bad push.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I mean, I got that dream I had, which was about work. I could talk about that, or we could save that for its own selective segment. I don't know if you have vivid dreams that you remember.
Not particularly, but I do remember my last one was about the casino. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to go on a quick ad break and see you after that. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the Tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So, quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current Tier 2 patron. Thank you, everyone, and back to the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're moving on to the dream days. Skylar, tell us about your dream now.
Our dream? Oh god, that explains a lot. Funny enough, you were not there. Alright, so I had a dream about getting an interview at the
Casino down the road.
competitor casino down the road. And it was like I woke up and was like, why did I do all of that? I already have a dealing job. And then was like, I'm in bed right now. Oh my god, that was a dream. Holy whoa, like totally blown away at how vivid it was.
Yeah.
Just like as a general note, a bunch of people from the casino that we work at were definitely there.
Yeah.
Just like littered about. It starts with like my healing history, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, how long have you been dealing? You know, and while I'm taking this interview, right, I'm led into a back room where I'm seeing other people having interviews.
Yeah.
And it's strange because the other people taking the interview are being interviewed 3 at a time.
Yeah.
So there's 3 people and then 3 other people interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are centered around like interviewing them by watching them see how they deal this made up version of blackjack that I've invented in my brain.
Yeah.
which I'll get to later.
Yeah.
So they talk to me about my dealing experience and stuff, and then they give me like a tour of the casino, of the table games that I'll be dealing, right?
Mhm.
So their main so the main one I have written down and I like mostly remember is called 3-1 Blackjack. There are 4 decks.
Yeah.
And they are like centered around like this wooden box in the middle,
Yeah.
and the box serves as both a place for players to put their chips. You know how we put our chips in the rack when we went to play the casino?
Yeah.
You get like that. So like players can put their chips in so that they can easily grab them when they want to bet them next.
Yeah.
And then there are 4 decks that you draw 21 cards from.
Yeah.
Like the dealer draws from separate decks and the players draw from separate decks. And I think each I guess in this weird version of Blackjack is only a one-on-one game.
Yeah.
No other people can join in. I didn't really get that far or remember in the dream.
Yeah.
But it was wild. There were 4 decks, and like you couldn't look at some of the cards when they were being drawn. You just had to hope that they were 21 or good enough.
Yeah.
So that was buck wild. And then I moved to no contact blackjack, in which you could only play $25 chips. And whenever a player would win, you would flick the chips at them with like a wire. Like they're on a rack, and you would move the wire and flick them at them when they won. And then you would tap on the side of the table, which would launch cards up from a slot in the table and would show players their hand.
Yeah.
And I guess the dealer's hand too. But it jammed. So the floor had to take out the machine, and apparently the machine was 2 card readers slotted into each other. And then when they were moved by tapping the table, they would both go off and send the cards up. but the readers were dirty. So I vividly remember the floor taking out and cleaning them.
What?
So he takes them out, he's cleaning them, and he's like, oh, by the way, don't ever do this when there are people at your table. Just call the surveillance. Just hit call the floor and hit the surveillance button.
Oh, the surveillance
like,
button.
Oh, okay. And I looked to the side, and there are 3 buttons on the side of the table that are different colors that apparently all notify surveillance of what has happened.
Oh, okay.
So that's wild. And then after that, they have us each like bring our toke boxes to like this thing that collects the tokes.
Yeah.
Even if your toke box is empty.
Nice.
So, which they have me do for some reason because I'm being interviewed. I guess I'm doing like a practice shift. I don't know. It's so wild, but heavily realistic.
Yeah. I mean, I love the blackjack game in which I flick players $25 chips.
Yep, you just flip them to them with like a wire. You're just like, because it's no contact blackjack. You don't touch anything.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know why my brain was just like, okay, here's how you play blackjack. Yeah, and it was
I like the fireworks show, the hands, like.
Yes! Oh my god! I was like, and I'm so mad that I didn't get to see. And I only know that because that's what the floor told me. Because it didn't work. I didn't actually see any of them pop out. I just watched. I was like, I tapped on the table, and then the floor was like, oh, sometimes you have to hit it really hard. And then I banged on the table, and the floor was like, oh, something must be wrong.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get to see them like pop out of the table.
Yeah. Wow, that fucking sucks. What a shit game.
I know! Oh, man.
If I'm gonna make up stupid blackjack, I at least want to see the
Right?
cool things about it.
Exactly! Oh, man.
Flick the players a $25 chip.
Yep. If you could only play $25 chips there were no other chips to be played.
Well, yeah. You only have one stack in which you can flick out of, so they all gotta be the same denomination.
Yeah, I guess, man. That was so wild.
It's like in Colorado, they have $5 tables that are $5 only.
Yeah, no more, no less.
No more, no less. Which is like wild, you know?
That is weird.
Because
Who knows?
like casino makes a lot of money on parking lot bets, right?
Parking?
Yeah. Bet you make before you go out to the parking lot. Have you not heard this?
No.
It's like
What?
it's when someone goes like, "Well, I'm done with the casino. Here's all 30 of my dollars," after they've been paying like 5 and 1 on the side, you know.
Oh,
And they're just like, 37, go for it, and then they just, you know,
win.
either hit a blackjack or lose.
Win every time.
Yeah.
Without fail. They always win that bet. Because the universe doesn't want me to close that table.
Nah, it's like 80% blackjack, 10% double down, and win, and then like 10% loss chance. Like,
It's very funny. Here's all of my money. Oh, got a double. Guess I'll go get more money. Why? Why didn't you just cash in and resume your regular bet? What? If you were gonna... I don't get it.
my favorite is, well, I don't have any money left. Guess I'll just hit this low. Oh, it's a 10.
Yeah. That's my... I mean, I could also... I have apparently wrote another dream down in this one, which is... I could just read that off to you. I kind of remember this dream.
Yeah.
So it's some sort of Digimon anime.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the first episode, right?
all of the digital mons.
Yeah. So, I guess the plot, like, without just writing the scribblings of a madman,
Yeah.
trying to describe this, what my dream came up with this anime, is like 4 orbs are like scattered across a park that like our titular characters happen to be at.
Yeah.
And
There's 4 Easter eggs that need to be found in the park.
yes, each kid finds each kid like comes into possession of an Easter egg, but one of them is like, I guess the antagonist of the story, because they
One of them is Gary.
they argue and force one of the kids to swap.
Yeah.
Right? They're all different. It's like yellow, red, green, and white.
Yeah.
Right? And the kid who picks up the green orb is like, hey, swap me for the white orb. Which I guess ends up being the most powerful. I don't know. I don't get very far into this anime. Oh yeah, and then a sentient doll then stands atop a mother brain sort of creature and tells the children that they will now participate in games of Zabuza. Oh, that's right. I remember the thing that was most buck wild about this dream, where ties end in a draw and they must play again.
Or ties end in a draw.
And they're forced to play. So if I guess in this game there's a way to like tie,
Yeah.
which ends in a draw for both players, and then you play the game again. And when I woke up, I remember thinking, that's stupid. That's the worst. Because wouldn't you what if you get into a situation where 2 players are equally matched and they just play too many games together? And then I knew I had to write it down because I remembered the game had the anime had a name, Zabuza, and the rules were stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I gotta write this down.
No. I like the if you draw you have to play again. Oh, that's my favorite thing actually. Can you imagine tic-tac-toe with those rules?
Exactly. It would be a nightmare.
It's just a force of will at that point. Like, who's more willing to sit here and fucking play tic-tac-toe forever?
Oh my god.
Oh man, that reminds me of one of the funniest or stupidest tic-tac-toe stories in the entire world.
You have a tic-tac-toe story.
Yeah. I'm like, 12 or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, at like
You have to be.
at camp, right?
Yeah.
People are playing tic-tac-toe. I'm a 12-year-old.
Yes.
I want to play tic-tac-toe.
Yes.
Let me in on this action.
Yes.
I'm pretty good at tic-tac-toe.
Yes. You know basic strategy.
I know basic
which makes
strategy.
you actually unbeatable.
Or if the other person knows basic strategy.
Unlosable. Sorry.
Not drawable.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But they didn't beat you if they draw, so
Yeah.
the statement still stands.
Play like 2 games of tic-tac-toe.
Mm-hmm.
First one, draw. Second one, lose.
Huh?
Not good enough at tic-tac-toe yet.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm not old enough to figure out that tic-tac-toe is solved,
Yeah,
right?
it's a solved game.
Anyways, I'm watching tic-tac-toe, and I think this is the moment I solved it. I'm watching all these people play tic-tac-toe, and I'm like, wait, this game isn't hard, man.
Wait a minute. Wait, if you put the O there and the X, and you're seeing the numbers, except they're only X's and O's in the matrix. You're like, your eyes are moving back and forth, and you're like, oh, I know the answer. I've solved it.
Exactly.
That's fucking hilarious.
I solved tic-tac-toe. People are talking about this weird thing where, like, if you try and do something like three times and then like don't do something like the third time, then like you lose or whatever. And I'm like, what? I think it was something to like avoid draws or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I've solved this game with all the X's and O's flying around me. My turn comes up again. Little 12-year-old me. I'm now unbeatable.
I'm sorry, your turn?
Yeah, because we're all playing in like a line until, it's like...
You just keep playing the winner until...
Yeah, until the loser is decided.
Hold on, what are you playing tic-tac-toe on? Are you playing it on like a playground thing? Or...
I can't remember, I think we were playing on a piece of paper, there's just a lot of tic-tac-toe boards. Probably in like the arts and crafts tents, man. It was like
That's
fucking camp.
hilarious. That's so funny.
Anyways, we play like I'm now like literally unbeatable. I've solved basic strategy.
Yeah, you literally cannot.
I'm monopolizing this tic-tac-toe board now.
Oh my God.
These fucking kids don't know what's going on. I've solved tic-tac and toe.
You're actually card sharking children with tic-tac-toe.
Yes, as a child.
Yes,
Anyways.
as a child. Very important.
Yeah. Anyways, it's like my 4th or 5th round, and I do the little trick, where it's like centerpiece, one on the bottom left, one on the bottom right. Now I got 2 places that I can...
So you force them to draw or lose.
No, they always lose unless they put something in the right spot.
Up. Yeah,
because they fucked up. And then, they draw the circle, and then I draw an X. And then I'm like, looks like I won again. And then a girl's like, well, no, you don't win. Because you tried 3 times, and then, like, that's against the rules. And I'm like, what?
You try 3 times?
Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, look, so those 2 X's would make a line, but there's a circle through it, and then there's X's on either side, and then there's an O on the middle one. So you tried there twice, and then you tried the 3rd time, and the 3rd time where you made the tic-tac-toe. But that doesn't count, so you lose.
Huh?
What? And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? But that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, look, you tried 3 times, so now you lose. And in my head, I'm rounding the numbers. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And everybody else has walked over to a new piece of paper to play tic-tac-toe over there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, trying to explain to this girl, no, like, you always have to try 3 times. Like, that's happening like every round. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You have to do that in order to fucking order to fucking win the game. What?
In order to win the game, yes.
And then they're like, sorry, you tried 3 times, I don't know what to tell you, and then like leave. And I'm just like, what? Wait, I'm getting gypped out of my tic-tac-toe because you fucking
Oh my god.
because you fuckers got tired of losing? What is
Wow.
this shit?
That's so funny.
I will never forget the moment that I realized they didn't want to play tic-tac-toe with me anymore.
Yeah, that's... Wow. Well, that story got sad really, really so fast. Like, that story went from being you, an incredible child, to you being extremely lonely very quickly.
To be fair, that is why I remember the story.
Yes, definitely. I'm so sorry that you were bullied. That's... I think that counts as bullying. Oh, this kid's smart. Fuck this kid. We're gonna go play without you. And invent a reason why you lose. Goodbye. Good day, sir. Good day. Not with you anymore. No. No, you're winning too much. Good day. We and the rest of us will take our tic-tac-toe elsewhere. Thank you.
Want to move on to the anime attack?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a fucking buck wild anime.
I love the Yu-Gi-Oh!
where
anime.
no Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played. Hey guys! None of the cards do what they do in the anime. The anime cards are infinitely better. Like, literally.
My favorite thing is
And
how
people-
nobody tributes any monsters.
No one. It's like
Oh yeah, my
it's,
15-star monster turn 1, go!
it's like the biggest rule in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you can only summon a monster once per turn.
They do that in the anime.
No! Kaiba summons 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons in the first episode of the same turn!
Oh, does he? I could have swore something happened in between there. Oh no, because then he gets Swords of Banishing lighted.
Exactly!
You can't beat my one.
It's also so funny that episode 1, they have to invent a way for Yugi to beat the best cards. And then in episode 3, they have to invent a way in which Yugi doesn't sweep this tournament because he's got the best deck.
I also like how the best deck is literally all 1-ups and apparently is at least 5 cards over deck size because...
You mean under?
No, 5 over because he doesn't add anything to his deck when Weevil tosses the cards.
We don't know that for sure, though.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh one of the games that's like you have to play like 50 cards? Or can you play more?
You can play more, definitely. You definitely play
Okay,
more.
because I know in Pokemon it's literally 60 or nothing, right? Like, they're like, if you're playing more than 60 cards, get the fuck out of this tournament. If
Yeah,
you're playing less than 60 cards, get the fuck out of this tournament.
Pokemon has such a good excuse to, like, they can just make shit up because they're not basing it off the card game. But the card game Yu-Gi-Oh's got rules. It's got rules and cards with descriptions. But you'll notice in Yu-Gi-Oh, every character has to explain what a card does because
They're making it up.
there's no other way to know. Like, not even like just like, oh yeah, there's no words on any of the cards.
Yeah.
It's just an image and an element with the Japanese character on it, not like anime, like a letter
Yeah.
on it. That's all you get.
Technically, they're also colored to know which ones are monsters and which ones are spells and traps.
God, I'm an idiot. You're so right. Also, they go through rigorous explanations of what magic cards are and how useful they are, but they just slide in trap cards like they've tricked you into they've tricked them into existence.
Yeah.
They're just like, and now I'll play this trap card. What? What do you mean? What is that? What's a trap? Is it, do you need trap cards in your deck? Do you not need them? Because all we're told is that a good deck is monsters and magic cards. So those are the only 2 types of cards we know about.
Yeah,
And
I really love the approach of like, no, Joey, your deck is shit. You need magic cards to combo with your monster cards. And then Joey's like, what? And then Yugi's like, yeah, go get magic cards. Like, no,
yeah,
nothing after that. Just
no, you need to buy cards because your deck is bad.
yeah.
Luckily, my family runs a game store.
Yeah.
Isn't that convenient? I'm sure my grandfather has some pretty powerful magic cards.
Yugimoto, the ultimate hustler.
Oh, that's so funny. Also, they don't explain the Millennium Puzzle at all! I was so sure when we started this anime that they would explain what the fuck the Millennium Puzzle is, and they just don't.
They explain
I
how one
only-
time Joey Wheeler and Tristan
God.
to steal parts of the puzzle from Yugi and then throw one into a pond.
Yeah, I thought that was its own episode. I thought that was episode 1.
No.
No! Episode 1 is Kaiba steals Yugi's grandfather, and then Yugi transforms into Super Yugi with the Millennium Puzzle!
Yeah.
Like, my favorite part is when Joey is just like, don't worry, Yugi, you've got your grandpa's deck and the Millennium Puzzle. And Ivan's just like, why does that mean anything?
The Millennium Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got his I understand why his grandpa's deck
Is important.
is important.
What
What
is the Millennium Puzzle? What is that? Is that the thing he's...
Well, I did know it was the thing around his neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you've never absorbed any Yu-Gi-Oh content, what are you led to believe?
Don't worry, Yugi. You've got your grandpa's deck and the Millennium Puzzle. Now let us, your friends from school, carry your grandfather to the hospital while you play a children's card game with this dude for honor.
Holy shit. This anime is so insane. This anime is crazy.
One of
Also-
my favorite
Oh my
things
God.
is like the cocoon, and then like they're like, he's got to stop the cocoon before the monster comes out of it. And then Yugi like pops the cocoon, and then the dude's like, well, it was most of the way there anyways, so like the creature's already got all the buffs.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Well, it's not as powerful as it was going to be, but it's still powerful.
Why don't you just pop your own cocoon then? Like, fucking.
Yeah, why would you...
Why wait, my dude?
Well, you wait because you can't attack your opponent's life force directly if they've got monsters on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So, might as well just wait until it's as strong as possible.
I guess.
And there's no reason to summon any other monsters because then you run the risk of losing life points. Again, this is all under the assumption that they're playing by Yu-Gi-Oh's rules,
Yeah.
which they're not.
I
The-
summon Dark Magician. Dude, it's turn 1. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
Go.
yeah, go.
You had like.
I attack your monster with my super powerful monster! Cool. When it takes the damage, I'm going to use polymerization to fuse it with a creature I already have on the battlefield into a better monster. Well, what happened to my...
Where'd my attack go?
Where'd my attack go? Oh, just into the air. Well, that's convenient because my monster's attack sprinkles poison pellets into the air, and during every real life second, it reduces its power by 100 points. Every actual real life second.
I didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh was an RTS, man.
I could not believe that when that happened. And then the answer is to play a card I've never even heard of.
that like
Called
just summons
Mist, which makes it rain.
which makes it misty, and then the mist clears the poison. Like,
No, that card is like magic mist or something, but it causes rain. And the rain washes the poison away.
like, I don't know. My favorite part is why doesn't he just not pass his turn and sit there and wait for Yuki's monster to die?
Exactly.
The only time you know when it's somebody's turn is if they're drawing a card.
Yeah.
You can't even really know if it's their turn if they're playing a monster card, because their opponent might just go magic card. Just whenever they feel like it. Oh, polymerization? Yeah, I'll just play that whenever the fuck I want. And it doesn't matter. I don't need... What's an extra deck? I don't need that. I'll just fuse... I'll take 2 cards and place them on top of each other, and it's a better monster.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
I'll take this knight and this dragon, and now he's
a dragon knight.
Take that, Pokemon.
Like... And also, the whole, like, I'm gonna attack your monster. Ha! It missed. I wasn't aiming for your monster. I was aiming for the ground. With this magic card. What? The magic card just does the thing. Why would you try and attack his monster? How can it miss? They're cards! They're fucking cards! Can you do that when you're playing normal Yu-Gi-Oh? If I attack your monster with my monster, are you gonna go, alright, let's roll some 2d10 to determine whether it hits?
My favorite thing would be like, yeah, I'm gonna attack your monster with my monster, and then the guy just like moves it really quick, and he's like, oh, it's like it missed.
Sorry, bro. Your Dark Magician's Magic Blast missed. Get blown out by my quick reflexes. Now it's in defense mode. Sorry, bro. Also, they'll just play monsters in whatever mode, and then it'll only be in the mode they need it to be. Like they'll play monsters in defense position constantly, and they'll just be in attack mode.
Yeah, they'll play it in defense position, and then they'll just, it'll get attacked, and then they'll just turn it sideways, and then they'll be like, oh, it was always in attack mode. What are you talking about?
It's so... Oh my god, it's so... For somebody who, likes consistency in the media that they consume,
What the fuck are you talking about? You watch JoJo.
You're right. And the inconsistency in JoJo is upsetting. It's fun to talk about, but I'm upset about King Crimson. It makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
Or don't even get me started on but we'll learn about that in the best season ever Steel Ball Run. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
When there is zero consistency.
Yeah.
And
also welcome to the tournament that has secret rules that are completely secret, and also you'd have to be an actual genius to figure them out. It's a good thing that the
Super Yugi is an actual genius.
Yeah. And also the national champion stole the rule book and knows all the rules by chance.
Yeah, they don't even explain why Weevil knows all the rules.
No, because he stole the rule book.
Oh, really?
He says it 4 times.
Oh, I missed that.
He's like...
I'm too upset about not Yu-Gi-Oh! Being played that I missed the fact that...
Joke's on you. You should have stole the rule book like me. Then you know how to... And then that's why Yugi keeps calling him a cheater. Because he's actually a cheater.
Yeah.
And he should just get kicked out of the tournament because he's fucking cheating.
Yeah. And also, he doesn't need... Did he cheat in the fight against Rex? He was just... Rex is just an idiot. How did Rex get into the finals of that tournament? In fact, we go over how his deck is just monsters, and how that's stupid.
Yeah.
Even Joey is like, Rex...
You know what they say?
You gotta have magic cards in your deck, because, good Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when you combine magic cards with monster cards. And Rex is just like, shut the fuck up, who are you?
I'm the runner-up national champion, motherfucker.
Yeah, and also they're both like, that national championship didn't even mean anything. What? What? What do you...
Well, here's what I'll say about Rex.
What?
Better lucky than good.
Which he's not. He doesn't get lucky in any capacity.
Well, he's lucky off screen all the time. That's how he gets anywhere in his games. Because
he wasn't even lucky off screen. He lost against Mai, in which they played with one deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I don't understand.
Also,
Mai was like, "We'll use my deck," and I was like, "What?"
I think. Yeah, I don't know what that scene was about.
Yeah, me neither. It was just introducing Mai and introducing that Rick was horny. Rick was horny.
Rex.
Rex, fuck. Rex Raptor. Probably the dumbest name.
I mean, it also introduces that Mai's a cheater too.
Yeah, and Mai's cheating.
Yeah.
Well, no, it introduces that Mai's psychic.
Ooh.
She definitely isn't.
I mean, well, yeah, if she was psychic, then Pokemon anime.
Definitely, yeah, you're right.
Sabrina's like actually psychic in that anime. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, there are people with actual telekinetic powers in Pokemon.
Yeah, that's wild, right?
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
It's like,
I don't know.
Are you
Is
a
it as
Pokemon?
wild?
Are
Is
you
it-
a Pokemon? Should I catch you? What's
you-
happening?
Are you a Mr. Mime? No, they're on their way to becoming a Mr. Mime.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot. People sometimes just wake up as Pokemon. Anyways, that's going to do it for the anime attack. We're going to take another quick break. See you guys all after that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. Skylar, if you could take a vacation to anywhere in the world, imagine there is no pandemic
Japan.
and there will never be a pandemic. Japan?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a reason? Also, which part of Japan?
The part that's not super busy, like the countryside of Japan. I'm thinking of if you've ever seen, like, Your Name.
Mhm.
You know, the countryside, the girl who lives in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to visit that area of Japan. That area looks beautiful, and the super densely populated areas of Tokyo seem overwhelming.
Interesting. Is there anything you want to see in general in Japan? There's stuff I want to see in Japan that I know about.
I mean, I don't mean to sound like hoity-toity, but like the natural beauty of like
The natural
The-
beauty of Japan.
yeah, and also like I don't know, just like shrines and stuff. I'm a
So,
big
yeah, shrines would be cool. Have you thought about how it might be difficult to travel through the countryside of Japan, given the language barrier?
yes.
Okay.
Asked if I had basically if I had a genie wish, travel anywhere, where would I go?
Well, no, I sorry. The only stipulation I was going to add was that, you know, it was safe to travel, basically,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I would
Like-
still probably go, and I would spend a while trying to like at least learn the language,
Okay,
so I
that's
didn't
fair.
show up and just expect people to speak English.
Yeah. Interesting. You know what I want to see in Japan?
What do you want?
There's statues of the Straw Hat Pirates in Kyoto in different places.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
I don't know how many of them there are. There might only be 3, but I think there's 5.
That sounds amazing.
It also might be in Tokyo, not Kyoto. Not Star Hat Pirates. Straw Hat.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Statues. Japan.
Is
Oh,
that
it's
one
in
of Frankie
Kumamoto.
real? Is that one
There
of Frankie
are
looked amazing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thought there was one of Zoro. Oh. Yeah. Jeez. Usopp.
Oh, that Usopp one.
The
Is dope.
Usopp one is the one I see in all the pictures.
Oh yeah.
I wanna be at that one. Not a big fan of that Chopper one.
Yeah, me neither.
This doesn't look like bro.
That. Oh my god, that Frankie one fucking slaps. That's so good, and gotta be one of the most confusing statues of these.
Oh yeah.
Like at least the other ones are like people. Like that one's like a little strange.
Yeah, Robin's a little strange.
Nami's just like, oh, it's a lady.
A lady
And,
pirate.
like a lot of the other ones are like, oh, those are people. Frankie is just like this actual big fuck off dude doing like a very
Yeah.
specific pose.
I mean, it's like the cultural osmosis, you know? Like, why did they not finish the Zoro statue? I guess.
Oh, that's too bad.
This is supposed to come out last year. Yeah. I am.
That's dope.
Yeah, actually, when we were in Britain, there was a thing I wanted to buy. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to bring it back to me, which was like a wood carved box with like lights in it. Lights of different colors, and it has like a foreground, a middle ground, a background, and like a super background, right? And the foreground was like 3 of the Straw Hats. The middle ground was like 4 of them, and then another 3 on the background, and then the far background was the Sunny. And
Wow.
like the back one was orange, and it was like green, blue, red, and it looked really good. But it was very expensive, and I didn't want to take it on a plane.
I mean, just like use your clothes in your suitcase as padding.
Yeah.
It's too big to fit. You don't need like all your clothes.
I don't know. It was also really expensive, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much.
Damn.
Also,
That's too bad.
that was a trip with my family where I didn't want to be like, yeah, so the reason I bought this $100 like
It was $100
picture case
That's
or something. I don't remember how much it actually cost.
Oh my god.
The reason I bought this $100 like picture case or thing at the mall is because the people on it are really important to me, but they're from a television show that I like a lot. And
It's like getting a blanket that has the cast of The Sopranos on it.
yeah, but I knows who the Sopranos are.
Yeah. Or like Doctor Who or something. They're like it's just
Yeah,
oh yeah, it's from a television show I like.
I guess.
Like, that's all you need to say about it, and they'll immediately just like become like totally uninterested. And if they even ask you any more questions, you say it's anime, and that'll shut them off so fast. They'll
I
want
don't
to talk
know.
about anything else.
My mom is not that type of person. She'll look at me the entire trip like, I can't believe you bought that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah.
bummer. Let's talk about something else.
It reminded me of the Stay Salty shirt you got me.
Oh my god.
Panama City, Florida.
Oh man, the best part of that is that I basically just picked the shirt at random. I was
Yeah.
like, what's the shirt that would be like the most? Why did you buy this for me?
Yeah,
And like all the ones with the fish on them were too obvious, but that shirt had like a little tiny logo on it, and it's like, okay, this one.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that it had Stay Salty on it, and that. So I mean,
That's sorted
it's
over the
not.
top.
Not only does it sort over the top, it's exactly how it should be. It's
Yeah.
better lucky than good.
Story of my life, man.
It is. It is the story of your life. Friend needs to buy you a shirt. Better lucky than good.
Buys me a meme shirt because I bought him a meme shirt. Fucking better lucky than
Better
good.
lucky than good, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Need to get into craps class? Better
Yeah.
lucky than good.
Yeah, actually. Better lucky than good. We're better lucky than I've worked here for a while.
Yeah. That's fair, that's fair. Well, sounds like we're winding down to the friendship dusk part of the podcast.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Do you have any closing thoughts you would like to share with the class?
Closing thoughts. Oh, Ivan picked up some like a new plaid shirt and a new jacket. Looks really nice.
Yeah, I thought it popped. Although I think like the jacket's like too big, but okay, whatever.
So I have a jacket, and I thought I was okay with it being too big, but I can never wash my hands with it on
Yeah.
because the sleeves come up to like the middle of my hand
Oh, I
and
don't have
get
that problem.
wet,
Yeah.
and it's like, ugh. But I don't want to take the jacket off just to wash my hands.
Yeah.
Even though that is what I did when I went to the bathroom every day.
I'm just afraid that like I'll leave it in the break room and someone will be like, oh, this is nice.
Well, I mean,
Install
on the
stuff
plus
there.
side, the camera in there works now, so
Oh, nice. See, the big problem is like on like one of my during orientation or something, someone was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes people or it has happened before where team members have stolen from other team members," and then that's the only thought I've thought about putting anything in the break room the entire time. Like,
Yeah, man, I don't really have a leg to stand on. Precautions, getting stuff not stolen. So.
and that'll be the end of our podcast for the day.
Oh man.
We'll see you all next time.
Have a good night.